Hey guys, and welcome to Dragon Age Origins. Once again, last time I played, we got to Ostagar. I intend on doing shorter sections. Last time I played, I recorded for about an hour and a half and cut most of it out. But last time I played, we got to Ostagar. I intend on doing some shorter sections, but we're gonna go ahead and work on the quest to go ahead and start and become a Grey Warden and go through the ritual. Yeah. So, and hopefully treat a dog. God, I hope so. I don't know if that means I'm gonna get more than one dog, though. I don't know how that's gonna work. I've never played the human side of this. Oh yeah, my character had a really good mustache. Alright.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
I sure am. Is that all you have to say? Okie soldier, Templar.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
Really?
The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
Okay. My bad. Sorry. I wanted to be...
We stand here in this hour. The death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your Maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the Maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the Maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet to fall.
Okay. I don't think I've ever listened to that, now that I think about it. Let's talk to Logain's guard first.
You approach the tent of Tairn Logain. State your business.
What are they doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Oh. Surely you can tell me a little about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days.
Oh, really?
The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Logain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I will give Logain the benefit that he deserves in that he is a good... was a good general, albeit an asshole. His opinion could be respected. Simply because he did fight in the other war against Orlais, and yeah.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
Yes,
Hello,
what is
Logain.
it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Yes.
Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
A fascination
The Wardens
you do
are
not share.
impressive, but not as relevant as Kaelin thinks. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Landsmeet? The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I have no idea. I don't know.
If Kaelin has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
I'm not, but thank you, Logain. I still hate you. You don't seem
He
very
is
fond.
Marik's son, and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
That sounded like a threat. Let's go persuade him a little.
King Kaelin is not in his tent right now. I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Tairn Logain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
No. Maybe, but no.
That's how the Tairn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny the Tairn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen.
She's the Terran's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Tell me.
As you wish.
Damn. I was really hoping I would have the opportunity to persuade him a little bit more. That's okay, though. Win.
Trade your profit on
Hello,
Greetings,
my
young
dear.
man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not?
Yeah.
He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Pleased to meet you.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
I genuinely love Wynn. Will you be fighting beside
Not
the king?
precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
Do you know much
Some.
about Darkspawn?
Do you? Do you know about the connection between them and the Fade, for example?
No.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
Okay. I'm
Some
intrigued.
say the Black City was once the seat of the
I'm sure I'm
Maker.
gonna get Codexes from
When the
this.
mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint
Tainted.
transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn.
Okay.
At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
Okay. Is it true? You don't
It may
sound...
be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Don't you... Hey, don't be rude. I don't want to be rude to Wynn.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Watch over the valiant
New
King
Codex,
Kalen
yeah.
and guide him as he faces
Fade.
terrible-
I did get Codexes from it. Hell yeah.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some Darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Fuck you, David.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What'd you think I'd be?
Me? I was hoping for a comely lass with golden hair and terrible eyesight. The name's Davith. It's
I
about
wonder
bloody
what he
time
says
you came along.
if
I was
you're
beginning to think
a
they cooked this
female
ritual
human.
up just for our benefit.
What do you know about the
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
So?
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch.
That
I
sucks.
guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
They're forcing you?
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Okay. Hopefully not harassing another girl.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from Darkspawn blood. It's terrible. Excuse
Can
me,
I
I
not
must
help
get
you?
the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are
Ash
sick
warrior,
from
ash warrior.
Darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
Right.
You there, elf. What's your name?
It's Pick, sir.
Go tell Turn Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Okie dokie. Do you have
Welcome
anything
to the King's Camp, my lord.
See to our hounds. To an Ash warrior, a hound is as much a weapon as a blade.
We are preparing for battle. This is a solemn time for us.
Quartermaster? Can I sell things to you?
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
No.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Do you need help?
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find them myself.
Let me see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
I like to get rid of things I don't have because I've had the thing where there's loot that I want to have that I haven't been able to get.
Did you need something?
I'm sorry, but there's so much to do before the battle. I must attend to my duties or I'll get the switch.
There's Alistair. I don't think there's anything else for me to do. Chest.
What
Oh,
is
shit.
it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness
sure
does
were,
you no
buddy.
credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Hi, Alistair.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
I know exactly what you
It's
mean.
like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
I'm not. Would that make your day worse?
Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. From Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
It's fine.
Did Duncan mention me? Nothing bad, I hope.
Everything
As
bad.
the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
What can you tell me?
Honestly, nothing. Try not to worry about it. It will just distract you. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
Have you?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
Probably. What was the argument?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
What's the Templar?
You don't know? Quick version then. The Chantry tries to control mages because they're dangerous, so they keep Templars that train to hunt down and kill apostates. That's what I was being trained as when Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech. Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
I met Davith.
Right, that cutpurse Duncan conscripted. Not sure what Duncan sees in him, to be honest. Keep an eye out, maybe we'll see the other one, or I can track him down later.
Let's go!
If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Can I?
Yes?
Can I ask you questions right now? Tell me a little about yourself.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
You speak fondly of
I
him.
spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
You didn't want to join?
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry. What about?
Tell me about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man. A good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him? Fair enough. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess.
Okay.
You want to ask me about something else?
Joining.
I wish I could tell you more. Maybe ask me again after Duncan speaks to you about it.
Okay.
You want to ask me about something else?
Okay.
Of course.
I imagine I'm gonna get Codexes.
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
The truth?
The truth is, we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten. Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another blight.
There's 5 blights. I don't know how many old gods there are.
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an Archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the Archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there. They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
What is an Archdemon?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones. Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The Archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Okay.
The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight, people decided they were gone for good.
Okay.
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way. According to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underarl in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the last Blight.
Okay.
Without the Archdemon to command them, the Darkspawn flee back underground. The
How did
Grey
anyone
Wardens
know?
keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining, if you... well,
If I...
you'll understand. Not to mention people start to notice when Darkspawn pour out of the wilds and taint everything around them. Just a guess.
How many?
Thousands? Tens of thousands? They've had centuries to build up their numbers.
Grey
So I
Wardens?
imagine. What would you like to know?
What makes you so
The Grey
special?
Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody
This is
knows
gonna
more
be a
about
Codex
Darkspawn,
episode.
and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me. I don't know if I'd go that far. Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes to bring victory.
I'm not sure I know anything about Grey
let's
Warden.
see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress? The great eyrie carved into the White Cliffs far off in the Anderfels? That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins. The griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last Blight. There's only a handful left in Ferelden. A few more in other nations. The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Cailan is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done. King Marek, Cailan's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during the Blights.
Okay.
In practice, we can't conscript too often without hurting our cause. We were exiled from Ferelden once. Best not to let that happen again.
Already asked about the Grey Wardens, asked about the Blight, so I guess the only thing left
One
is the battle.
tomorrow. I'll tell you, it's Ten Loghain we should be looking to win it, not the king. Cailan just wants his place in history. The Tairn is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
How much will I be
You know,
participating?
that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them. We're
Right
at the
here.
edge of the Korkari Wilds, the eye of the Blight Storm, right where the Horde will be coming. Ostagar itself is an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days.
What are the chances of
I'm
success?
sure Tern Loghain has the
you
battle
have
planned
that?
to the last detail. Still, no Blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
Fail.
If we don't break the Horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Ferelden. Then it will take an alliance of nations to fight it, which would be bad. Neither the king nor the Tern really seems to believe this is a real blight, however.
No.
Then let's get a move on.
Did I get all the
shall we?
codexes? Do I get codexes? I seriously did all of that and didn't even get a single fucking codex?
As
Oh,
you
Alistair
say.
approved, though. Well, that's good. Okay. Well... the timer is just about complete. Nug. Forgot I named him Nug. Where is Jory?
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed?
Nope, just want to talk.
You want to talk to me? I'm not in trouble, am I?
No. Not that I know of.
Oh, that's a relief. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster. Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone.
Oh, you're welcome. I guess let's go talk to, Duncan. Talk to Duncan and then see about... I think that's gonna end it.
You
for
found
this.
Alistair, did you?
I did.
Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations.
Yes.
Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing.
But where was Jory?
This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How do you do?
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
That's me, the new
Now
guy.
then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korkari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Okay.
For the joining itself, I'll explain more once you've returned.
Second task.
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Right.
The scrolls contain treaties promising support, treaties that may prove valuable in the days to come. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Okie dokie. New quest gave Grey Warden cash. Duncan, do you have any? Oh.
So you return from the wilds. Have you been successful? Then you'd best start soon. You don't want to be in the wilds when night falls.
Oops.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds.
Yes.
The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Okie dokie. Never enter battle with your bare hand. Ooh, an autosave. Love that. Alright. I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to try and record another episode and post it again on Saturday. I'm going to try and make this a weekly occurrence. I'm trying to do a little bit like 30-minute sort of episodes. And we'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.